SaaS founders, should anyone invest in your idea? Should you invest in your idea? Give me the next 5 minutes and I'm going to walk you through the exact process that we use to build pitch decks for our clients to get VC funding, and it's the same process we need to use internally to figure out, are we investing our effort, our time? Are you investing your time in the right actions to figure out if your product is going to fly? Hey, my name is Jean-Michel Moreau and I help SaaS founders unlock product growth using a scientific approach to advertising. Leveraging 20 years of experience, I've created the massive feedback method so that founders can grow and scale faster and make a bigger impact with their SaaS products. So how do you get someone to invest? The same questions that investors have are the same questions you should have for your own SaaS. They want to know the same things. They want to know, is this a sure bet? They want to know that you have proven that you've answered the highest risk questions. And the number one question is, does anyone want this? And can you reach them? Will they pay for it? So what we need to do is first validate that the problem exists. There's so many easy ways to do this. The best would be other competition in the market, and maybe you can show how your product is more niche, serves a specific person who has it better. Then you want to know that these people are reachable. Can you find those people? So the main questions are around customer acquisition. Then you want to validate trades. So what does that mean, validate trades? Once you know the problem exists, you found who has it, you know they definitely have the problem, you figured out how to actually reach them, now we're going to trade value. So you want to show that you got people to actually click. Can you get somebody to trade a click? It's like the lowest exchange of value. It's just a little tiny value. After that, can you show that you got them to send an email? That's the next exchange of value. You put this messaging in place, not only do they click, they'll give you their email. And next up in the chain is a phone number. Will people trade you a phone number? Like, how much does it cost to get a phone number? Is it a reasonable price for your model? If you need one, if you're B2B, for example. Then the next question would be, can you get them to give you $1? $1 is a really interesting amount of money. It's not zero. It cuts off all the people who would only ever be freemium. They're willing to give you their credit cards. The $1 test is extremely valuable. How much does it cost to get someone to pay you $1 to solve this problem? The next question is your actual price. Let's just pretend that you're a $70 a month SaaS, for example. You want to see how much does it cost to get somebody to sign up for $70. So these are the very early phase elements that you would need to validate. If you're further along, the questions actually remain the same. What we want to show is that we know the highest risk assumptions to our company's success. Riskiest assumption. So first question is desirability. Does anyone want this? Next question is acquisition. Can you acquire users? Next question may be, can you do that profitably? I'll just write profit model here. So for each of these assumptions, what you want to know is, how will you answer these questions? How do you get specific about these questions? So specific about the questions, how will you actually answer the questions? When will you know the answer to the question? And how much money is that going to take you? You want to know what assumptions, what kind of risk are we knocking out with each dollar? The startup game, the entrepreneurship game, is about driving the risk and the uncertainty down as quickly as possible. So what you want to know is, what are your riskiest assumptions for your company and how do you drive them down by answering them? And that's going to take effort, money, and time. How can you do it with the least money and the least amount of time? This is a great thing to show on an early pitch deck. And these are the same things that you want to be able to show for yourself. Just for yourself, for your own business. How soon are you going to prove that people desire your solution, that you can actually get them, that there's a profit model? If you need help making this list for yourself, DM me and I will walk you through exactly how to make this list, how to figure out what are your riskiest assumptions, and how to attack them as quickly as possible. With a 30-minute session and the right starting point, you can easily map out the biggest risks of your company and solve them sometimes within a day. A lot of these questions you can answer with paid marketing if you use it right. Some questions you can answer with a $3 test. 24 hours later, you're going to know the market response to your ad, and that can help you understand what is the desirability. Compare that to the typical approach of building an MVP, building an audience, finding people takes so much longer. This is a massive shortcut to figuring out, is your product worth investing in, not just for VCs, but for yourself as well. So comment guide below and I will DM you a walkthrough process of how to figure this out and start finding answers with 24-hour tests.